அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லை.
It struck me while doing all this research on Tamil film songs as activism that there is an element of disguise that is coming here. When I mean disguise, I mean why could not this character have said this straight? Why did this character have to wear something? So the first reason could be that there is an intentionality which is different from what is actually being conveyed. So I say something to you, but actually I want this meaning to reach somebody else. You see? So therefore I need to put on a disguise in order to convey this message to you. And there is another aspect, and that is, in this particular element, most of the songs are MGR songs.
Yeah,
you know?
mostly.
So MGR is a politician in the world outside, but a character in the world on screen. Now, this itself is a disguise because he wants to tell those messages outside here. But I think that is one of the strategies of activism. You know, that
Yes, it is.
communicating activism has to be done like this.
Yes, it's in disguise, and also finally it's entertainment media. So you can't have the same character coming in scene after scene to give you various advices. So if there isn't a disguise, it's also interesting. It's a visual thing. Like for example, if we have to speak about this Madurai Veeran song of Echi Pizhaikum Tozhile Saridana, you can see Padmini and MGR dancing around. As a film, it demands MGR to dance, it demands Padmini to dance because the fans like it. But if you go to the innate meaning of the songs, it says the wrongdoers will be punished. That tune doesn't demand any activism, but they put in the lyrics so that there is activism in it. And G. Ramanathan sir chooses a popular classical folk tune for this so that it reaches everybody, even the classical music listeners.
Yes.
Even the ones who listen to Dina Karunakarne will listen to Echi Pizhaikum.
Right.
So that kind of this kind of beautiful disguised song is this.
And the icon like MGR, it is also duty bound of producers and directors to show his talents also.
Correct.
That he is such a good dancer in this song. I was blown away when I saw this man dancing so well, and that too next to Padmini, who is such a great dancer. Somewhere you feel that this disguise to tell us straightforward message uses different strategies, you know. And so when it comes to a film like Mahadevi, when you say Kurukkum Vazhiyile, you're talking about crooked paths. And I am seeing the film as in 1957, when they are coming into the second round of election. And now the DMK has to really do something, you know, in order to win the confidence of the people. So the strategies are becoming more complicated because many players have come inside now, all wanting to seek alliances to somehow come up the ladder, you know. And the song is asking, do we have to go on these crooked paths to reach the top? Am I right in analyzing?
Yeah, this is one aspect because you are aware of the political scenario, you're able to look at it like that. I look at it as a different thing, sir. I am looking at it as he being blind, you know, he being posing a blind thing. He's mocking at the society. There are so many political changes coming around you. Don't be blindfolded. Be open.
இருக்கும் அறிவை மடமை மூடிய இருட்டு உலகமடா, வாழ்வில் எந்த நேரமும் சண்டை ஓயாத முரட்டு உலகமடா. தம்பி தெரிந்து நடந்து கொள்ளடா, இதயம் இருந்த மறந்து சொல்லடா. குறுக்கு வழியில் வாழ்வு தேடிடும் குருட்டு உலகமடா, இது கொள்ளையடிப்பதில் வல்லமை காட்டும் இருட்டு உலகமடா. தம்பி தெரிந்து நடந்து கொள்ளடா.
Even if you're blindfolded, take it with a feel. See, how does the visually challenged get the right things? They feel it, right? So why don't you feel it? You have a sixth sense. Why don't you feel the right thing and go? So that is what in this Kurukku Vazhiyile he says. That is why I think that is why he is disguised as a visually impaired person. That's why the song goes like that.
So similarly in Thai Sollai Tattade, you know, when you say poem, you know, there's a sense of warning, you know. You guys get warned. Please be. He is himself in the disguise and he is warning the others. that you are guys not in disguise. If you were in disguise, probably you could have escaped this submission. What is your interpretation?
That is, it was, actually, if you look at that film, Taisole Tatade, and this song, the song was totally out of place. There was no need for this song. Suddenly, he comes in, suddenly he comes as a monkey charmer. He walks around with a monkey to catch one thief. And to catch the thief, there's a song that speaks about don't get cheated all over. And he cheats a thief to be caught.
So
And
he is a policeman.
he's a policeman.
Oh.
So he comes in disguise. Again, when it comes to entertainment media, this is all what we like. We like the CID to come with a big mole, with a big beard. And then suddenly he removes everything and says, I'm the police.
கண்கள் இரண்டில் அருள் இருக்கும் சொல்லும் கருத்தினில் ஆயிரம் பொருள் இருக்கும் கண்கள் இரண்டில் அருள் இருக்கும் சொல்லும் கருத்தினில் ஆயிரம் பொருள் இருக்கும் உள்ளத்தில் பொய்யே நிறைந்திருக்கும் அது உடன் பிறந்தோரையும் கருவருக்கும் பாயும் புலியின் கொடுமையை இறைவன் பார்வையில் வைத்தானே புலியின்
As they say, the famous saying, to catch a thief, you set a thief.
Set a thief. Yes,
So
it's a trap.
he plays the thief to catch another thief,
Yeah.
But when we come to this film at Ananda Jyoti, there is a very interesting that he's a school teacher who's caught in a mountain of opportunities and he is being held for murder. Now he has to go in disguise and somehow he has to catch the thief in disguise, So the fact that a school teacher is implicated in a murder makes us feel a little more responsible, makes us feel a little more anxious. How did you see that song?
Pala 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 Vidam, I think we're talking about that song.
Yes.
In that song, it's about the accusation which is false and he has to come out of it. So I am only looking at it as a synonymous thing where he opens the doors to many wrong things. There are so many things that are locked. In fact, if you go line by line from the song, there will be two stanzas that deals with what and all has to be locked. Like your bad things, your bad mouth, your wrongdoings has to be locked. What has to be open? Your eyes towards goodness, your good thinking has to be open. So he symbolizes the key and the lock with what is required for that day.
அளந்து கொட்டும் ஆண்களுக்கு வாயிலே பூட்டு அடக்கமில்லாமே சபையிலே ஏறி அளந்து கொட்டும் ஆண்களுக்கு வாயிலே பூட்டு அடுத்தவர் பையில் இருப்பதை கையில் அள்ளி கொள்ளும் திருடருக்கு கையிலே பூட்டு புத்தி கெட்டு சக்தி கெட்டு பொழப்பையெல்லாம் விட்டு விட்டு சுத்தி வரும் சோம்பேறிக்கு காலில பூட்டு
Obviously the scene is because he needs a key to open some door which will save him from the case. That's the thing. But to use that scene and that song to put in so many socially important messages in disguise is the brilliance.
The fact that he goes around with a bag of keychains,
Yeah.
and he goes meet common people and tries to convince them to buy, and they are not interested in keys. He's like, you please open these doors, the right doors, the right places. So the key is such an excellent metaphor, So I feel so far we have done, he has done film which kind of based on real problems, real issues, realities. But in the next song that we are going to watch, A.M.P, A.M.P, is a completely unusual song because he has to put on an unusual disguise.
A.M.P is like pretty much near the climax of that film, if you had watched that film. So what happens is he has to deal with too many problems in that thing. And more than disguise, I would say he takes a role change. Even in that film, what he was and what he is right now, it'll be different if you have seen the film. So I see that disguise A.M.P with the different roles of Jayalalitha doing the various dances and all that. It goes through the phases of how many kinds of cheatings you may be facing and how do you come out of it.
There
Yeah.
the performance is something else.
Yes.
And the song is doing something
Separate.
else
It's
altogether.
separate. In fact, yeah, that was what I was about to say. It doesn't mingle with the song at all.
Yes.
The music is separate.
The situation
meaning
is separate. Yeah, the
meaning
situation is
separate.
totally separate.
Yes.
So when he's saying, please don't cheat, nor do you be cheated.
Cheated.
This can happen straightforward in address at the
correct,
camera, but
correct.
he uses the disguise
But
of
it
a
wouldn't have
large.
worked at that point of the time, at that point of the film, at that juncture where we are almost heading to the climax. It wouldn't have worked if he had just come and just sang to the thing. It wouldn't have worked. But this worked. This became the most popular dance of the film, even more popular than Ayram Nilaveva.
Yes.
And in spite of it, this song, the meaning caught up. So it was a clever move by the film.
True. I think he's also talking about his own instable position in politics at that time.
Correct.
So don't cheat me and I shall not get cheated. These are also multiple meanings he is giving to the common people through his films, and creating a new kind of political awareness. So we will end this episode on this note, and in the next episode, we shall go to study activism in urban deprivation.